Hey, I think we're finally going. All right. Just let me do a quick little Twitter announcement. Oh, I don't think I have the music going on for you. Oh, whoops. Give me a second. Let me at least afford you that luxury. But please do tell me how everything is sounding for y'all. I've played around with the audio levels a lot, so I'm hoping that everything sounds nice, you can hear me properly, still kind of hear the background music, and if I do end up singing, I do hope that you can actually hear my high-pitched notes this time. Oh, it made me so sad when I realized that it cut off last time, but we shall see. And let me finish up this tweet. Right? That is sent. Right, so, hello, my darlings. Thank you so much for joining me today. As you see, I am going to be doing more art. Oh, little girl. Specifically the unicorn male model that I've been working on. I did a few things last night, just kind of playing around with colors and also putting everything in a nice, clean, orderly group fashion. So, but nothing really changed for y'all. Okay, let me. Oh, and it might be helpful if you could see me. Alright, there we are. Okay, so as per usual, I'll just be doing, a more chill art stream, with relatively minimal talking, unless we do get more people coming in and wanting to be chatty, then I'll be more than happy to talk with them. But I hope that you just enjoyed the music, and um, if y'all could help me reach affiliate, that would be astounding. But I'm happy with how things are too. Just a small little community. But here we are. I hope you all enjoy, and thank you so much for joining me, my dears. Whoops, I forgot to hide his manly bits. Sorry about that. talking, Crazy. How was your stream? Very fun? That's good. I did what I set out to do. That was destroying the whomever killed the Mana clan, correct? I think that's what the title was. Kicked him in his nether. Well, glad you were able to seek the vengeance you were trying to get. Literally. Well, as you can see, I am working on teeth right now. I know that most don't usually put this much effort into the teeth, but I kind of like the thought of there being a kind of scary aspect to him, so I'm trying to really focus on such details. Turns out the Dark Lord was being manipulated. Aww. Poor dear. Doesn't excuse, but poor dear. So do you have any other plans for the rest of today? Get something to eat before preparing for my second stream? That's understandable. I should probably think about what I'm gonna eat next too, but kinda hard to do that when you're not hungry. It's also kinda hard trying to do art when the sun is intensely going through the blinds. And there's nothing I can do about it because my blinds are broken, specifically where the sun is peeking through. I really need to try and see if I can get that fixed. Yikes, that is unfortunate. That's why I have to really angle everything that I do at an odd angle, or just wear sunscreen and also a hat. That's what I did on my last stream. I was wearing a big wide brim black hat and I had sunscreen all over me. As I said before, I cannot be in the sun. Fae in a hat sounds like a really cute sight. It was a really nice hat. It was a um wide brim kind of little sun hat, maybe? I don't know. It's made more out of a uh cotton-esque fabric, so it was more sturdy in shape than like a wicker sun hat, but I like it. I don't get to wear it too terribly often outside of just trying to keep myself safe from the sun, but do you use your other form while streaming? Oh, do you mean my humanoid form? Yes. So that's not ready yet. It's actually being rigged right now. So I'm using a PNG while I wait. I tried rigging it myself, but my computer was having trouble with it, and also it was just a lot. Maybe I'll try to learn how to rig things again, but I actually oh, no, I don't. That's just the PNG of the model, essentially, but not a talking sprite, essentially, like this is. I get it. Yes, I didn't really think of that because I just created this model so that I could stream while I waited for my model to be finished. Because I do like having. Ooh, that's way too bright. I do like having something that people can look at, just simply because that's how I enjoy watching things. I'm fine with listening to just audio overs, but I do really like it when I can see something. So that's why I thought of getting the PNG. That is why I started with a squirrel. Yes, so what will your second stream be about, by the way? Or what will you be doing, might I say? Hmm. Oh, okay. Yes, you had mentioned that. I'm sorry. Who are you gonna be collabing with, by the way? I don't remember if I heard that. Kiwi Knight, one of the Kiwi Knight's mods, and Skyheart Demon. Okay. Well, I hope y'all have a wonderful stream when it pops out. You know, as nice as playing a horror game can, I suppose. I do hope that you're able to support everyone through. I remember you saying that you will essentially be the guide in amongst all that, since no one else really has too much experience. Well, you yourself don't have too much experience. Mm-hmm. Yes, I remember you saying that. Mm-hmm. Well, good luck to y'all in your interaction with the spirits. I know Phasmophobia has gotten a lot of updates lately, but I don't personally, or I say lately, probably not that recent in comparison to someone who's more on top of the game, but in comparison to kind of when I knew it. So I hope you have an easy time with that. I certainly don't think I would be okay with the singing, like you had mentioned. That might bother me a bit within the last 2 weeks. Yes, but I hadn't been staying that up to date to it, so even the 2 weeks thing is a lot more recent than the months, years, um, or year that I had paid attention to it. Yes. How is my audio sounding, by the way? I played around with it a bit before streaming, so I hope that it all sounds good. I tried really hard to get it so that I could even potentially sing my high notes if I do sing, and it still catch it. I do think that I got it to work finally, but we'll just have to see, essentially. It sounds great. Alright, that's good. I was so distraught when I realized that it wasn't picking up my high notes. No, I don't. You came in at a good time, though. I accidentally forgot to turn off his 18 and up bits when I started the stream, so you thankfully were able to avoid that. Huh? Yes, so this is a anatomically correct model, I suppose you could say. So when I started the stream, I forgot to turn off his 18 and up bits. And thus they were kind of out on display when I first started. Thankfully, no one had really shown up yet, so I was able to fix that quickly. I don't know if it would be an issue with Twitch, but I don't want to... I studied anatomy, but Twitch... Yes, exactly. That's why I did it quickly, and I've been working on his 18 and up bits off stream, just in case Twitch has an issue with the anatomy. Get those pearly whites. So what exactly was the game that you were playing? I didn't really get the chance to look, and it wasn't one that was familiar to me. I would be interested in seeing your works that you can't show on Twitch, as I have mentioned I admire artists. Well, I could show them on my Discord, I suppose. I don't have too terribly many, although I have a tendency to not really draw clothes just because I don't like... I don't know, everyone has their little thing. I'm just not that crazy about clothes, I suppose. But yes, I could potentially show them on my Discord at the tavern. The game is called Sword of Mana. Okay, I did see that then. I just don't know... it. It is on... oh, Game Boy Advance. Okay. That's probably why. Didn't really have much to... chance for any sort of consoles or anything like that. Handheld or not. I did actually hunt down a Game Boy Advance just so that I can play some of the older Pokemon games and then transfer them up all the way, because I have the GameCube, and I have not only Gale of Darkness, but I also have Colosseum, so I would love to be able to transfer up the Pokemon from those games all the way up. You could even share your art on my server. I can make sure that you have an 18+ role for that. I could do both, if that's something. Teeth. Me. Indeed, both is good, yes. I think I'm gonna adjust the top teeth. I'm gonna adjust his bottom teeth too. So what were you thinking about getting to eat? probably walk over to the mall for some tacos. Okay. Goodness, it must be nice to have something close that you can walk to. That is not an option where I live. It's only 5 minutes away. Yes, so unfortunately, cannot just walk to places. Or at least to places that I can actually eat safely. Yes, I'm very close, or I'm very fortunate to have them all that close by. Alright, I think I'll be good with that. I was really happy with how his tongue came out. I was able to get like some definition of the taste buds. Where did it all go? Oh no, it went down to the 18 and up bits. What? No. Why did it just jump down like that? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry about that. Alright, well, inner mouth done. Let me put his lips back. Cute little wiggly, by the way. Oh, I can't wait. Just the thought of being able to have my own little things is exciting. Okay, what do I want to do now? Eye groups. Maybe I should do the nose now. I had to wait longer than a week for Twitch to approve this wiggle. Yes, I saw that you were having some troubles with it. I didn't know it took that long, though. My goodness. But I've been hearing some people have been having weirdness with having to wait for Twitch to approve of things. Oh, we were talking about food and I'm actually out feeling hunger. That's weird. It's not usual for me. Ah, who did you raid this time? You're always really good at stating who you raided, but I haven't looked at Twitch or Twitter since I've been on here. So who did you end up raiding? Oh, he's looking so much better now that he has a nose. My friend Rosie? Oh, I've seen you talk about them. I'm not as familiar, but I know of them. And have you thought of any more art questions for me? I know that you were thinking of some. Oh, that's cool. She speaks German too. My German is very, very basic. I can't do much more than just little basic stuff. She lives in Germany. That's cool. Art questions, let me see. Nope, not that. Now that you mentioned not liking clothing and usually drawing non-clothed, I do have a question about that. Okay, what? Is there a particular reason? I just enjoy drawing the human form, I suppose. I don't usually bother with the accessories like that, I suppose you could say, when it comes to drawing the human form. Every now and then I'll put in the effort to give them some basic clothing, but I just like drawing the human form. And when you do draw clothes, is there a particular... Yes, so usually I do draw women, um, and when I do, or at least when I actually put clothes on, it'll be women. So the most that I usually do is... Why is that a group? It's not... Or is it just name group? But what I usually do is that I'll just put on a skirt, which usually emphasize the hips, um, and not worry about any sort of top or anything like that. But if I do, it's kind of loose, I suppose. Uh, every or I'll go the exact opposite and have a tight-fitting top, but that's simply because it molds with the body a bit more. It just kind of depends on my mood and what I'm feeling. Hmm. I love how that purple outfit turned out on your OC. Well, thank you. I thought it was really cute too. I wouldn't have bothered doing it otherwise. But I did enjoy the way that that looked. The black one I showed you would look rather nice as well. So I do have a few images saved of different clothes that I think I might doodle myself in. I just haven't gotten around to it. Simply, you know, kind of focusing on this and whatnot. That's bleeding into the eye group. Let me. Oh, cool. I do have a few others saved as well. Just as I said before, haven't gotten around to it. Been wanting to work on this gentleman. If I see an outfit that I think would look nice, I can DM it to you and you can decide if you like it or not. Okay, I'm more than happy for that. Although usually if it's something rather fantasy-based, you'll more than likely get an okay from me. I don't usually go for things that are overly skimpy though. I prefer sensuality over nudity. Just some things that you can consider for your spare time. So, that's the thing. I don't really have spare time. I am essentially constantly working. Oh, that sounds so terrible. But yes, I don't really have spare time. I am working art or I'm working at the ER. The only time that I don't usually work per se is when I'm sickly and I'm just trying to recover. Love, sensuality, devotion. Yes, I suppose, but I feel like you're saying that in reference to something that I'm not getting. Oh, yes, exactly. Yes, that was a good one. I am going to prepare to go get my meal. I shall lurk for now. Well, thank you for showing up anyway. I do always greatly appreciate it. As said before, I'm trying to push for affiliate, so any little bit helps. Thank you so much, my dear. I really enjoy being here. Well, I'm glad that I have created an environment that is enjoyable for people, at least for some. But please do be safe on your walk. I know it's not usually a thing men have to worry about too much, but be safe. With the crazy chaos of my streams and most of my friends' streams, it's nice to have a calm haven. Well, thank you. That was kind of my goal. I know many people can be attracted to high energy things, but that's just not me. I like having calm, a calm place to be. But that might be because I myself can't handle too much stimulation for too long, even if it's positive. Although I was actually thinking about maybe having a movie night on Discord to show people some of the crazy things that I watched growing up as a little girl. I seem to have good access to random unheard of things, so I thought it might be fun to try and subject others to that. All in good fun, of course. Think you will like my planned IRL nature walk and IRL zoo streams. Oh, that'd be nice. Especially since I really can't be out in the sun. So watching something like that would be nice. It does make me sad though. I do wish that more things were night based. But I do really love the thought of watching something like that. I want to be able to provide things like that for people who can't do that themselves. That is super, super nice. I mean, I suppose I technically could, but the preparations that I would have to go through, and just the potential misery I might have put myself through. So if I were to try and go out and do something while it's daylight, and especially where I live, it is very hot and usually very bright. So I would have to wear long sleeve stuff even though, you know, it wouldn't be hot. And I've done that before. I've been to a theme park in the middle of summer when it was 100 degrees in a black jacket, gloves, and glasses because I couldn't be in the sun. But it's not a fun experience, I will say. And whenever I was at college, I walked around with a big old cloak on, a hooded cloak. So I think I became kind of like the campus cryptid. Yes, I just want to be able to help people experience things that they can't easily experience. Plus, it might also be good for education. There's unfortunately a lot of stigma around zoos, and there certainly are unethical ones, but I think a lot of people forget that zoos are really great at education and providing homes and refuge for not only creatures that need help and have breeding programs and research plans, but also injured wildlife or a wildlife that can't be returned to the wild. Zoos are really great for things like that. Because once again, it helps people learn about them. And sadly, humans are such creatures that they only typically care about things that they get to see. I know that a zoo near me is a good one. That is good. So yes, I'm very pro zoo, but only ethical ones. I know the one near me is good too, because I actually volunteered there when I was younger. They had a little, I suppose you could say, education program for children during the summer. So I actually worked as a zookeeper shadow and just kind of worked there in a roundabout way. Oh, I don't think I ever asked for your opinion. What are you thinking of this gentleman so far? He looks a lot more approachable now that I've given him a nose. I might lengthen it or widen it. I'll have to maybe play around with it. Let me add the shadow for it. Oh, I'll turn it off. Symmetry. I'm very intrigued by the eyes. Yes, thank you. I really, really love eyes. I always try to give off a very, maybe intense vibe. Um, just something like that, because this is technically an otherworldly creature, or just simply a creature not familiar with mankind. So I really love giving intense eyes. And a lot of people forget the ferocity that is the unicorn. So that's why I wanted him to have such a stern but beautiful face. There will be a longer period of time between you say and my response now. I've switched over to my phone. It's all good. It's alright. I more than likely will be quiet anyway. I don't usually have much to say when I'm doing my art streams because I'm so focused on what I'm doing. So I only typically speak if there's someone asking me things. Understandable, and I may not say too much if I'm focused on watching you work. I'm always fascinated by artists at work. Well, thank you, and I'm glad that you understand. Oh, hey! It's the wonderful little hyena! Hello, thank you so much for coming in. Well, so wonderful for you to pop in. As you can see, I'm just working. You came at a really convenient time, too. The other person that I was chatting with had to step away for a second, so it's nice to have someone to talk to while working. It's looking super good. Well, thank you. I know it might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I do like a unicorn, a squirrel, and a hyena. Mm-hmm. That is certainly an interesting group. Just keep fiddling with the nose. Just not... Noses have always been kind of weird for me when I actually try to color them and whatnot. Maybe if I... maybe? I think I do want to extend the nose. So hey, I was mentioning earlier that I might end up having something of a movie night later today. I'm still going back and forth on if I want to do it or not, but I thought it'd be funny to expose some people to the crazy things that that I would watch as a little girl. So I thought it might be fun to expose others to it. Ooh, movie night? Yes, I was thinking that it might be fun. And as I said before, it's something I haven't really seen other people talking about. At least the movie that I was thinking of. So I thought it might be fun to see people's reactions to it. In a totally not sadistic way, I promise. I'd love to join. Well, I'd love to have you. No, I might just end up getting some food and watching the movie. I might actually do it sooner rather than later because I'm starting to get a little hungry. So if you want to have a larger potential group, you are more than welcome to host it in my server. Well, maybe. I don't know how I would do that though. At least at some point. But yes, noses are very irksome, to say the least. Let me see how the nose is looking now. It is very simple to do and we can discuss it at a later time. Okay. Ooh, hey, Mel, you want to see his teeth? I wanted to go for a bit more of a creepy aesthetic with his teeth. Yes, alright. So let me turn off the lips and his teeth. I think I'll have to go in and fix up the blend because for some reason it's showing up really dark farther away. Teeth. So, like if we were to play around. Upper lip. Lower lip. I know not many people play or pay as much attention to the teeth like that, but I wanted him to have not oh not as creepy as Sonic with teeth. Yes, that was an Uncanny Valley issue, to say the least. I really wonder who designed that and okayed it. Like, I'm not in a mean way, just I'm legitimately curious about their aesthetics and all that. Or it could have been, as some people were joking, saying that it was a crazy PR marketing scheme. Let me actually ease up this. But yes, have either of you heard of a movie called The Lollipop Dragon? I say movie in quotation marks because it's more of a two TV specials mashed together. No, I haven't. Ooh. I would love to show you it today then. As I said before, not in a sadistic way. Just I get immense pleasure from exposing some of the things that I watched as a young child to people, especially when they haven't heard of it. What movie? The Lollipop Dragon? Don't look it up. I promise it's G rated, but don't look it up. If we watch it, I want it to be a good and proper surprise. I got really scared earlier too, because Carell was acting really odd. Oh, that helps so much. Alright, he's looking good, I think. Nope, never heard of it. I get that a lot. He's looking so good. Look at him. He's got a face. Ooh, Corel Painter. Yes, I think I got it automatically with my Wacom tablet, but it was acting, it wouldn't let me open it right before the stream, so I was kind of freaking out trying to get everything fixed for the stream. Thankfully it all worked out, but that's still, you know, scary. But I have heard of Watership Down. Yes. Don't worry, it's not like that. Yes, don't worry. This is not like Watership at all. Oh, but you know something that is like Watership? Have either of y'all seen Felidae? I don't know how I got exposed to it as a kid, but I would not recommend it. No. Yeah, it's you know how I don't like violence or gore? Yeah, it's Watership but with cats, kind of. But it's also set in Germany, so there's like some eyebrow raising topics discussed. Okay, I'm heading out to get food. I'll be lurking. Enjoy your stream, Faye. As always, I love your stream and your voice is so soothing. Well, thank you so much. I hope you get some good food. Hope you enjoy the tacos. Oof? What's oof? Oh, you're talking about Philaday. Yes. So, don't worry, it wasn't pro that, but, you know, eh. It can be a bit uncomfy for a high schooler to watch cats go through some interesting stuff, to say the least. Okay, so nose, now the ears. Move them here. But yes, Lollipop Dragon is it's so weird. I haven't really heard anyone talk about it. And I sometimes bring it up to React channels to see, hey guys, have you heard of this? Not that it really goes anywhere, but I would... Oh, I forgot to turn symmetry. But I would love to get some other people's thoughts on it. Maybe I can show a cursed image or two in my Discord. Just to get people enticed. I don't think I'll go so crazy with the ears, but that never seems to work for me. Oh, I tweeted it a little bit ago. Maybe here, I can post it in the chat for you. It's not many people. It's still really, really small, and I don't really know how to manage it all that much, but it's a thing. Let me... Oh, I sent you an invite. Because I can do that, apparently. Also, don't forget to update your links, baby. Yes, I've been meaning to make a card that has all of my links. So that is in the works. I just... busy with everything. Thank you, of course, thank you. Yeah. You know what is weird? Ears. Have you really looked at them and just all the little shapes and things like that that they do? Oh, hey! I see you joined! So as I said before, there's nothing too much to it right now. It's just kind of bare bones, but it's there. I have. Aren't they, like, so interesting? They're like shells. Especially cats. Have you seen cats and their, like, weird double ear flap that's not really a ear flap, but it's there? So interesting. Oh, and, I don't know if you'll notice this right off the bat, but I do have the option for people to try and advertise adopts and things like that on my Discord. And I remember you kind of talking about them. So if you do, I can give you permissions for that. So just, another place for people to advertise. Yeah, it's anatomy is crazy. It is. But in such a cool way. I really love anatomy. Ooh, yes, please. All right. So it's in the recruitment board. So all of my names kind of have fantasy-esque influences. So it's called the recruitment board for people to quote unquote recruit someone. The tavern is the 18 and up area, and the museum is kind of like the art gallery area, or just for anyone to post things they want to show off like that. But the recruitment board is very serious, kind of more business based. That's really cute. Well, thank you. I even have the um roles kind of influenced like that. So the people who will get permission to sell adoptables, they'll be called summoners because they are the ones that are quote unquote summoning the new character from the quote unquote recruitment board so that the new person can have joined their group. And moderators, when I get them, they'll be guardians. And 18 and up able people are just the tavern patrons. Nothing too crazy there. But... Ooh, so smart. Thank you. I thought really, really long for them. My names are just silly. Well, I'm sure they're cute. I was about to say I think they're cute, but I actually haven't looked at them. But everyone has themes and whatnot that match them, no? You're right, and I'm the chief of silly. That's cute. I really enjoy seeing this stuff go on, though. Even if I don't always talk, I am there lurking in the corner, just kind of vibing, but enjoying myself, I promise. Even within my own Discord. So hey, artist to artist, what are you thinking of him so far? It's okay, I'm not super active either. I think he looks very regal, but also like he could kill me with no regrets. Exactly. Perfect. As I had mentioned earlier, a lot of people forget the ferocity that is the unicorn. So I'm very, very happy that I'm giving off that kind of look. You know, I think that might actually be why I almost have a personal vendetta to do traditional unicorn based things. Because for the people who do enjoy the more modern interpretations of unicorn, that's fine. But it comes across as demeaning half the time. And just even looking up unicorn gifs on Twitter, the stuff that you come across is not becoming at all, to say the least. And that's not thinking of the things that are purposely made as a crass joke. I don't know. It just kind of bothers me, I suppose. It's also interesting that people associate unicorns with feminine things because traditionally unicorns were masculine. Oh, I see. I'm not really well educated in unicorns, actually. Exactly! The modern interpretation of them are not, as I said before, not that becoming. I mean, I don't know how the unicorns lost their power to such a degree. And it might be because humans can't properly see them, as is kind of a usual topic for unicorns, but it is what it is. There are a few that kind of like to remember and remind the traditional respect and fear that unicorns brought as divine, wild creatures that no one could approach but someone pure of heart, namely the maiden. And as I said before, they were also very masculine creatures. The horn itself was indicative of not only, you know, a divine antenna, but also the phallus, the male power. You're so cool. Oh, well, thank you. I don't know what I said that brought that on, but thank you. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just something that's been on my mind. And as I said before, for the ones that do enjoy the stereotypical modern interpretations of unicorn, that's perfectly fine. But I just want to give options. Just talking about something you're passionate about, well, thank you. If I'm not careful, I'll just go on and on. Although I'm sure the people here wouldn't mind. But, yeah. It is what it is. You're just here being all majestic and I'm drawing lewds. There's nothing wrong with that. This character is anatomically correct. So he does have genitalia at the bottom. I have no shame or issues with stuff like that. So you needn't worry. I just more worry as to whether Twitch would have problems. Ooh, love that. Yes, so all of my models that are not kitty or cutesy will be anatomically correct. So if the person who does buy them wishes to engage in 18 and up content or sex work, things like that, I wanted to give them the chance to be able to do that easily. So, as I said before, these things don't bother me, and I do want to give options for people. So, like the little cat that I did, she does not have anatomically correct body parts, because she is the cutie type. And I do have designs for more quote-unquote Shota-esque characters, and they will not be anatomically correct. But all the adult ones will. Here, I can give you... That's really cool. Thank you. Here's like the peak. Just nothing too crazy, but I don't want to keep it on for too long because of Twitch. I've been working on those bits separate from my streams. Twitch is mean. Yes, and I know they're put in a weird spot in regards to content creators doing, you know, whatever they can, and then also trying to keep it a safe place for children, and but also at the same time I understand that it should be more focused on the parents, making sure the kids are doing things okay, and I don't know, it's just a lot. Because it's not too hard to falsify the yes, I'm 18 and up thing. Oh, look at him, he's coming to life! You know what I think my favorite part is so far about him? His eyelashes. They're just so fluffy! Look at him! They're like wings! I do hope that whomever does adopt him and gets him rigged, I hope the rigger does amazing work just truly defining the flutteriness of his eyes. They look so soft. Exactly. So you can't see how fluffy my eyelashes are simply because they're so dark, but they do have the same type of theme going on. So you'll probably be able to see a lot more of the fluffiness that I have with hair, simply because his hair is so much lighter. But yes, so fluffy. Oh, and I actually tried something different that I think might be nice for anyone that tries to rig. So I've noticed that a lot of people, at least from what I've seen, have the eyes set up so that you move the lashes and the lid, they're just kind of connected. But I actually ended up separating them. So the lashes are actually separate from the pupils or the lids. So the rigger can move the lids as needed and then also be able to move the eyelashes as needed. I thought that might be helpful, but, and he looks weird without his lashes, but I don't know. I hope it's helpful for whomever. Ooh, and speaking of, he also has really, I've been trying to go really intense with the eye stuff. So let me show you. So let me take away the eyeshadow. So he has multiple separate highlights. So let me turn them off. So there's this flora highlight, which is just different plants and flowers kind of just floating around. There's actually a unicorn in there too. So the flora, the unicorn, and then your generic eye shines. But I just thought that might be cool for someone to play around with. So cute. So, as said before, it's all in the hopes that maybe someone would, you know, like it. Handsome man. I get so maternal with these guys. I'm surprised. I wasn't really like this when I was designing my character, but when I designed the cat and now with him, I'm getting so motherly over them. You're doing amazing, sweetie. That's my boy. Let me... So, I think I mean, they call the creators parents for a reason. And I will always joke about how the creative process is like giving birth. So, I completely get that. I think I will do his horn and maybe some of the hair danglies that are around it. And then I might end up calling it a day. Because I'm almost been streaming for... Or I have been streaming for 2 hours and 30 minutes. I didn't realize that. But I'm starting to get a little hungry. Oh. I would like the symmetry, please. I was planning to raid you. Oh wait, I had to turn in so fast I forgot to raid. I was planning to raid you. Oh, well thank you. Thank you for the thoughts anyway. That's so sweet. Why'd you have to, turn in so quickly? Did something happen? No, I was just really tired. Understandable. Well, thank you so much for being here even though you're tired. Oh, it's no problem. Oh, thank you. think I'll give him the stereotypical narwhal horn. We'll see how I end up liking it. It's easier to watch and listen than to speak. Yes, I very much agree with that. But I'm trying. Although it is actually easier for me to sing than it is for me to speak. For some reason it just aligns a lot more easily on my voice box, I guess. The last stream that I did, there were jokes made, but also ideas made that perhaps I could make it a redeem where I just sing everything that I say for a certain amount of time. So that might be something that I actually do. If when I reach affiliate. But I gotta reach it first. OMG, that'd be amazing. I agreed with it. I thought it would be a really cool idea to do. And the people who brought it up at the time agreed. So that's something I'm very seriously thinking about doing. And I can also imagine the ways in which chat could potentially abuse that power. They would for sure. But I gave them that power in the first place, so I wouldn't be upset. Although that would certainly be interesting if I were trying to play... I mean, I can't live without getting woo or nya redeemed. And then of course they're the ones who get ara ara all the time. I was worried about ara ara, so I removed it for a bit. I don't get it with that. I mean, I don't know. I just don't get what's the big deal. But that could just be me. Well, because I do it in such a sus manner. Okay. Twitch might say it's too lewd and try to kill me. Well, that's always a very valid worry. That's why, even though I don't really consider myself lewd, I still have 18 and up for my streams, just simply because I'm an adult and I may talk about adult things, so just better safe than sorry. Yee. I'm just lewd as heck. Well, there's certainly an audience for that. That's perfectly fine. I mean, I just do what feels right at the time. So I could be completely psycho 1 minute, and then I could be like what I did last night and drop my horny artist jar thing and might cause some mild panic in some people. I love that so much. I'm gonna do one. I thought it would be really fun to do, so I did it. And I do also like to remind people every now and then that yes, I am a sexual, sensual creature. So I like to drop something like that on the unsuspecting people and then watch their reactions because it's usually really funny. Because for some reason, people seem to forget. But then also at the same time, I seem to be being called mommy a lot. So I guess my model unintentionally gives off that mommy aura. Hehehe. Well, you have mommy energy. Well, thank you, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know what that means per se. I mean, I know I'm a very maternal person in nature, but I'm not 100% sure what that means. I've just kind of embraced and accepted it, though. Well, it ranges from loving to very dominating. Yes, I have picked up on that. Although now I'm curious, which do I give off to you? Both? Well, thank you, I guess. I don't know so much about dominating per se, but I guess in a you will take care of yourself or I will take care of you kind of way, maybe? You're welcome. But as said before, I do know that I'm very maternal in nature, so not something that I'm too surprised about. Yes. But I'm also the type of person that will take care of you, but also at the same time make you get your stuff together. If, if someone I deem is not doing what they should be. Although I think I'm harsher on masculine presenting people in that sense, just simply because there's so much of a stigma of, men not knowing how to take care of themselves, and I have very low tolerance for that. But that might also be saying something about the people I've personally come across. Oh, yes, of course, yes. And oh my gosh, while I'm thinking about it, so I technically have been on a dating site for a bit of time. Just at this point, I think it's more of a social experiment than anything else. And it's so crazy how first people, namely men, will reach out to me when we have completely different wants and desires, which I do not understand that at all. And then also, there's this really weird habit that or not habit, but thing that I've picked up on where uh, they will have it so there's a question on whether or not you like horror movies, and I don't really like horror movies, so I say, no, I don't. And so many times, that is something that the guys have flagged, and they still reach out to me, but it's a red flag for them, and I'm going, why did you reach out to me? First off, for many other reasons, but then also to have this as a red flag? I don't know, I don't get it. Wow, that is bizarre, isn't it? I mean, of all the things that you could have as a red flag, horror movies is one of them? And my lack in thereof of wanting to partake in it? Oh, I'm not liking this. But I digress. I really got it just in the faint hopes that I would actually meet a man that I can tolerate and like, but I really don't think that I could find anything like that where I live. So, which makes me a little sad because I was really hoping to try and, at the very least, work on my mild androphobia. But, oh well. Oh, hello. Hello, Lily Shrew. It's going well. I'm just working on this gentleman's horn. And Mal, you don't have to worry. I've been single literally my whole life. It's perfectly fine. It doesn't bother me. Not that there's been a lack of desire, I suppose I should say, but rather a lack of desire on my end, not other people's. Okay, if you insist, yes. But yes, let me show you this gentleman that I got so far. My dear sweet little shroom. So, he looks a bit wonky right now, but he is gonna have hair kind of dangling in front of him. And you certainly came in at an interesting time. I was talking about some of the weird experiences that I've had on a dating app. Ooh, fancy, yes. I want him to be very beautiful. Getting those bounce lights in. But really, I do thank you so much for popping in for the first time, Shroom. Is it okay if I call you that, Shroom? Yes, to be honest, dating sites are something else. More stable relationships and video games. Yes. As I kind of mentioned to Mal, I think I just keep it more as like a social experiment at this point. Absolutely, you can call me Shroom. Alright. Well, I will definitely do that. But, yes, it's so... I set it up so that I would only be seen by men, because I really, really wanted to try and get closer and more tolerant with men, and that's just not happening. So, just another way I fit my unicorn aesthetic, I suppose. Everyone, everyone's a Red Bull is what I'm hearing, but instead of destruction, it's fueled by horny. Yes. Men, women, beyond, and all in between. I have experienced, but the men have been the only ones that have made me scared? Uncomfortable? But for what it's worth, bad things seem to happen to men specifically that make me uncomfortable. It's not my intent, but it happens. Yes, you could be fueled by the arousal, but at the same time have decency, standards. You can actually see me for what I am to an extent. You see, the unfortunate thing is that I am, I suppose, neckbeard bait, nice guy bait. I don't know. Because I'm a small, soft speaking woman, beautiful woman, who enjoys the stereotypical nerdy things. And that has been an experience. I've even had the very stereotypical nice guy, neckbeard kind of guy in my life, and that is not something I would recommend. Faye is so pretty. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. You're super cute too. Oh dear God, yes. I am beard bait, unfortunately. The only way I could probably be more beard bait is if I were Asian, but that's a whole nother topic. Like, there was one time I was just talking to a group of gentlemen, and I was talking about how one of the things that I like to do whenever I was doing chores around the house, namely laundry, is that I would put on Star Trek, the original series, because I wanted to watch them all. And when I was talking about that, they were acting and sounding as though as if they were getting overstimulated, I suppose you could say. I hate how right you are about it, though. Yes. But yes, they were making those sounds, and I was really caught off guard. I was not expecting that. Yes. And I had one neckbeardy guy who hunted me down in a very nice guy way for years, trying to. Ugh. But I can get that. I'm still hoping to learn folks' limits and communicate. The fear of making people uncomfortable is easily my most driving factor. Yes, so I do try to always ask people and say, hey, if I'm doing something that bothers you, just let me know. Actually, nah, I don't think I'll get into that, but I always do really try. Like, Mao knows I wanted to do a surprise fan art for them, but I had to ask them if it was okay if I drew our characters hugging first, just to make sure, because that's basic decency, which some do not understand. Which is really a shame for these gentlemen who have such terrible social skills. It really is impeding on their lives, and it's so sad. But it might also be more pronounced for me because I do have a working androphobia. So it's not fair or right, but it's there. And as I said before, all the bad things that happened to the gentleman was not my intention. I never intended anything like that to happen. It just happened to them. So, I don't know if that was magic within me taking some steps, but no, but that's a fear. It's separate to a hatred. Yes. Sorry, I'm getting really caught up in my work. No, not what I wanted to do. But it is what it is, and just gotta be cautious and do what you think is best. It's okay, I've been drawing too. I think maybe it doesn't help that I've been. I don't know how to say this in a easy way, but I've been quite appealing my entire life. And so I've had a lot of issues involving men, even when I was a child. So, no pressure at all. I'm doing office work at the moment, so no rush. Okay. And then there's also the potential autism in play, which doesn't help me pick up on certain things, but I used to get catcalled a lot when I was younger, so now I'm no longer stereotypically attractive. And so obviously gay. Ooh, fellow. So I cannot say that I am. it is something that's been suspected and um, wondered about, but I've never received an official diagnosis. I had mentioned it to, I don't know if I was a counselor or therapist. It's been a couple years. But I was about to move out and I was trying to get more diagnoses to make sure that I was fully aware of and prepared to help myself when I tried to move out. Because being on my own and moving out on my own was a huge, huge thing. It was super, super hard, but I wanted to try and, cover all my bases and make sure everything would be okay. So I had mentioned that that autism had been something that had been brought up, but never actually officially diagnosed. So I asked the person about it, and they kind of just looked at me and said, well, maybe, but what good would it do you now that I'm an adult? What good would a diagnosis do? So that's kind of where I'm at right now with that. No, same. I know what it's like. I only moved out 7-ish months ago and I really understand you. That's understandable. In women, it's quite different, apparently. I only got a diagnosis because I was born male. Mm-hmm. Yes, I heard that. But, yeah. Autism West Midlands has a great information page about it. I might look into it more. It's just, I don't know, that whole counselor or whomever, I don't remember who they were actually, but them saying that really put me off seeing them again. So I don't know why, it just really bothered me for some reason. I guess it was dismissive? That might be it. Just felt dismissive to my concerns. Or curiosities, rather. But I've been living on my own now for a couple years, actually. Sadly, the year that I moved out was 2020 in the beginning. So, the pandemic kind of hit. So, that was my late moving out party. It's very unfortunate and common thing with psychiatrists and such. Yes, that is something I have heard. Especially how usually things only seem to get diagnosed if it's deemed a problem for other people, from what I hear. That's why I think a lot of young uh, assigned male at birth people get diagnosis because they sometimes have issues with the social interactions and lash out, and that causes people to actually take them in, and that's how they get diagnosis because they're a problem, from what I hear. But at the very least, I've made huge strides with my ability to interact with people. I can actually order food and look at the waiter in the eye now. Oh, that's... Yes, it's jank. Yes. Mm. Oh, and then like, I guess well-informed or well-intended but not well-informed, almost teasing of family members saying, oh, you should go do this, or oh, you need to interact, or not be so secluded, and you just feel overstimulated, but you don't even know or remember how to express that. OMG, I can't even do that. I can order food just barely. Yes, so I've worked really, really hard on it. I can, at the very least, look at people, if not directly in their eye, and I can order food a little bit more securely. And I can even make phone calls and try to set things up, like appointments. Now, I'm not comfortable being on my own usually. I like to at least have them close by, or if not outright there. I felt that family matter in my soul, yes. But yes, when I was younger, I couldn't. There's literally a video of tiny little me at, I think, a Chuck E. Cheese, and the mascot was going around, and I literally would hide under, and they would kind of laugh at me, but in a kind way. But eh, I can go out and stuff, but on a bad day, I really need someone to be with me. It's been a journey for me trying to being a diplomat while trying to help in situations with my brother, who's very dead set. If one thing is off or not what he's expecting, he melts down. Yeah, so my little brother is a bit like that, and he's actually been questioned as well, but he doesn't like medicine. He doesn't like having to go speak out to people, and so it just makes him uncomfortable, and he shuts down. So I understand. But I've gotten a lot better at being able to just be around people. But I think that's simply because I always have someone else with me to help me, I guess, divert that nervous energy. Although I do still sometimes shut down, even without realizing it or understanding why. I just want to be left alone and I don't really react. But it's sad that even in events that would make me happy, such as family gatherings or stuff not, or whatnot, I will still sometimes shut down and get so exhausted that I need to leave. And then also with my other condition, gastroparesis, the nausea can get so bad from the anxiety and stress just on its own. But then coupled with the fact that gastroparesis will automatically makes my stomach more delicate, it's just a really awful mix. Shroom, I was talking a bit earlier how I was kind of wanting to play a movie from my childhood on my Discord. Uh, Maybe later today or after my stream. You're more than welcome to join. It's I'm trying to show off movies that I haven't really heard anyone speak of, but I remember them from my childhood. So I want to show them off. No, that is too dark. Faye, do you want to come off yet? It's been 3 hours, just so you know. So I want to finish up the horn and then I will get off. Ooh, that could be fun. Admittedly, I'm a little conservative when it comes to joining discords, but only because I'm worried about joining too many and getting overwhelmed. Yes, I do understand. You can very easily leave after and just accept the invite just to watch, if that would be something easier for you. But I completely understand. I've been kind of overwhelming myself with all the social stuff that I'm trying to do. Um, just to try and promote myself and hoping that I could reach affiliate. don't want you to burn out is all. Well, thank you. Don't worry, I'm doing well. As I said before, I'm gonna finish off the horn and then I will call it the end of the stream. Although I may sing a little bit too. Y'all weren't here last time, but I sang at the end of the last stream. Game Crazy seemed to really like it. Okay. I get you. I hope the coven for one hasn't been too overwhelming either. I mean, there's just a lot of chatter, and if I get overwhelmed, I just don't respond immediately. But I'm fine just sitting and looking at things, even if I don't always interact. So you don't need to worry about me. I've gotten pretty okay with managing myself. And you know, it's fun, meeting other witches. I live in a place where something like that would be... where I would have to be careful who learns about that. So meeting people online is a really exciting way to try and learn more. Phew, okay, just want to make sure. It might be a good argument to make it a server rather than a friends chat. Maybe. I'm just here for the ride. Excuse me. Oh, you heard that? Oh no. That was a hiccup. I'm so sorry. You're good? Okay. Oh, that was my phone. I'm so sorry. I wasn't prepared for that. Oh. Oh, are you okay? You just watching two separate streams at once and menacing Discord messages. My goodness. And you're talking to me about not getting overwhelmed or burned out. Hmm. You okay, hon? Yes, I'm good. Just thinking. Playing around with colors. Hmm. Yes, I'm giving him a low toggle, or the ability to have one. So cool. Thank you. I am home, dear sweet Fae. Well, hello, welcome back. I'm glad that you were able to come back because I'm actually going to be calling it, um, well, calling it finished now. Ooh, that purple glow is so cool. Thank you. I want it so that it's a toggle for the person. So, like, if he wants to do something magical or having an intense feeling or whatever they decide, they can have this toggle. I'm about to set up for my stream as well. Perfect timing. Oh, that's good. No, I don't like it like that. Oop, not what I wanted. Interesting, but no. I think yeah, I think I like the hard light. Maybe just some proper wispies in there, not just the bubbly ones. Talk to you later, Faye. Okay, goodbye. Oh, I think that's cute. Right now, I just need to name everything. Okay, once it saves, I will zoom out. And here he is. Here's what we've done for today. Gosh, I adore how you do magical effects on horns. Such a cozy, mystical thing. Well, thank you. Uh, yes, I thought it'd be cute. Thank you. Um, but yes, as I said before, I do think that will do it for today. Um, Let me pop over here. Thank you all so much for coming, and I do have a quick question to ask. Would y'all want me to sing you a song, as we leave? It was something that I ended up doing last stream, so I was curious. It looked super great. Well, thank you. It was a pleasure to catch your stream. A song would be wonderful. Okay. Let me think what I want to sing. Oh, I think I know what song I would want to sing. So just let me know if everything is sounding okay or not. Do I want to do darkness? Shadow of the moon? Or maybe Ghost of a Rose? So I'm wanting to sing a song by Blackamoor's Night. I think that would be a nice little choice to end things off with. I think I might do Ghost of a Rose. Alright? So just tell me if everything is gonna sound okay. I don't think I've sung this song in particular, so I'm not as practiced with it, but let me know, and here we are. I will try. Oop, no, I need that. I'll try my best. And this will be raw, per se. I won't be playing the music itself, just for added protection of copyright and whatnot. And so I'm doing Ghost of a Rose, just so that oh, if I can get so since I'm not as familiar with the song, I want to have it at least playing in my ear so that I can keep the tempo, but it's wanting to be difficult. All right, here we go. The valley green was so serene. In the meadow ran a stream so blue. A maiden fair in despair once had met the true love there, and she told him she would say, promise me when you see a white rose you'll think of me. I love you so, never let go. I will be your ghost of a rose. Eyes believed in mysteries she would lay amongst the leaves of amber. Her spirit wild, heart of a child, yet gentle still, and quiet and mild, and he loved her. When she would say, promise me ghost of a rose. A rose. And insert dramatic instrumentals here. And the instrumental is still going on. When all was done, she turned to run, dancing to the setting sun as he watched her. And evermore he thought he saw a glimpse of her upon the moors forever. He'd hear her say, "Promise me when you see a white rose you'll think of me. I love you so, never let go. I will be your ghost of a rose. When you see a white rose you'll think of me. I love you so, never let go. I will be your ghost of a rose. Ghost of a rose. And then there's about a minute of epic instrumentals, so that is it. I hope that was okay for y'all. As I said before, I don't think I've really sang that song, but... Huh? Oh, well, thank you all. I'm usually way too shy to sing, so I'm really happy that people are liking it. I would love to sing more. Excuse me? But I'm so glad y'all liked it. Thank you so much. Well, with that as our send-off, I suppose that could be it for the stream. Thank you all so much for coming, and I'm so glad that I was entertaining enough for y'all to stay. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I will eat, or find something to eat now, and I will send y'all a message if I get the movie night going, if y'all are still up for that. Thank you for making my morning. I'm looking forward to the next one. Oh, well, thank you, and good morning to you. And thank you, my lovely little hyena, for the lovely evening. And I suppose that is a farewell, so goodbye,